Hey, my name is Dave, and I'm going to be talking about this program called 1K Daily Profit by a guy called John Becker. And I'm going to give you my impressions on this, tell you why I think you should stay away from this type of program. I'm also going to give you some alternatives at the end of this video, so stay on till the end because it's very important that you listen to exactly to what I have to say. Now, why can I speak on this subject? I talk on this subject because I actually have been a trader myself. I have experience in this arena, and whenever I see programs like this, it makes me incredibly angry because I know what goes into trading, and I know the stress levels that people go through, and I know what you have to do in order to get into this sort of thing. But when these flash in the pan websites come up and they tell you that you can make $1,000 a day, and they try and make it seem like they're telling you the truth. I mean, in this particular video, the guy goes on about saying, I'm not telling you to be a millionaire, but you can make $1,000 a day and $7,000 a week, and he adds up $1,000 for the year, and that's how much money you can possibly make. But he's not trying to sell you any hype or anything. It's a joke. And one of the first red flags you should watch out for in programs like this are things like this. Now I downloaded this video, and here's the testimonial section. You can actually see this is the video where it teaches you how to trade. Right, so this is the actual program. And when it comes to the testimonial and you see somebody like this, he's an actor, and she's an actress. How do I know that? I'm going to show you, just to dispel it right now. So if you go over to Fiverr.com, you can actually see this guy right here. And he is on Fiverr, and they are spokespersons and testimonials. They are actors. You pay $5 and they give you a testimonial, and this guy throws his integrity away for $5. It's ridiculous. And quite honestly, I don't know how they live with themselves or how they even go to sleep, because I know so many people that have put money into these types of programs and they lose it all. Now, they tell you it's for free. It's not for free. The program is for free, the actual software, but you still have to put in $250 into a broker, and I'll get into that a bit later and why that is dangerous. But here's actually the real thing that you need to be aware of. In order for you to trade, you need about 5 things, all right? Just generally speaking, you need a mentor, somebody who's going to show you what to do, and that costs money, right? I went to a school, so I had to pay for the privilege, and I learned how to trade. You need a strategy. You need to know how to trade with indicators, number 3. So you need to use indicators. So if you don't know what a candlestick is, Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci sequence, that sort of thing, you're in deep water if you don't know what that is, all right? The other thing you need is an understanding of like the weather and how the weather affects trading, because weather and floods, flash floods and that sort of thing can have huge impacts on society and the markets. The other thing is like wars and political influence. This is why when you walk into a trading room, you'll see the news everywhere, because people are watching the news that affects the markets. This is what real traders do. They don't rely on a single piece of software to make a decision for them and just leave it to run on autopilot. That's dangerous. I'm not saying that traders don't use bots like this, but they always use it in conjunction with other things. And the one thing they miss in this type of thing is the human element. You're missing that human touch, and that's what you need when you actually trade. As I said, I used to be in this industry, but the reason I left it is because it's so stressful. My blood pressure would go up every time I made a trade. I did enjoy it because there really is an art to it and a skill that you need to learn, but that took me a long time to learn. And if you're interested in actually doing this, look, I'm not stopping you. Go ahead if you want to, but I'm telling you right now, don't come crying to me when you lose your money, all right? Because you'll never ever get that money back again. And part of the reason you won't get it back again is because the brokers that these guys use are not even regulated. A lot of them aren't regulated, which means there's no police watching your money going in and out of the country. And when that happens, if you want your money back, you got to jump through hoops. And in a lot of cases, you will not get it back. I'm not saying you won't, but if you're putting out your private information and credit card information into places where you don't know where they are, because they might say they're in the US or the UK, and they're actually in Singapore. And this happens. You don't know where these brokers are. You don't know who you're speaking to. And then people can steal your information. No, you don't want that. You want to deal with a person. Now, if you are interested in wanting to know how to actually build a business to make money online, I actually do teach people how to do that. I have systems in place that I use that works, that actually have real world experienced people behind them. And you can actually get in contact with me. You can send me a message on Facebook if you don't understand a little more about what I do. But ultimately it comes down to teaching people how to run their own business online. And if you would like to know more about that, go ahead and below this video you'll see there's a link. Click on that link and it'll take you to a system where you can find out more about it and actually start to build your own business online. And I say this because I built my own business online. And I live in South Africa, a third world country, where I'm able to leave my job and work for myself full time. And it's the best thing in the world. And the one thing I will tell you is this, is that when you start working for yourself, you need to realize that you need to work hard and you need to be consistent and you need to follow instructions and invest in yourself, invest in your business. Don't fall for this start a business for free rubbish, because it doesn't exist. If you really want to be serious about building your own business and wanting to sell products online, you need to start investing in yourself. Why would anybody want to give you money if you're not willing to spend money on your own business? And that's really important. Now, if you want to know more about that, you can go ahead, click on the link below, and you can check out what I have to offer. Believe me, anything that I recommend, I know 100% that it is real and it works, because I will not sell my integrity for anything. I don't know honestly how these people make these testimonials, and they can just give a fake testimonial for $5, and I can guarantee you that this guy does not make $1,000 a day with 1K daily profit. I promise you that. So do yourself a favor, get into a real system. And if you really are hell-bent on doing binary options, go to your bank, speak to a financial advisor and ask them to rent a school that you can go to learn how to trade. Because learning how to trade online, I'm not saying you can't do it, but you need to be very careful about who you approach. Because trading with money can be very profitable, but you can also lose everything. Believe me, I know this. I know what it's like. And the cool thing about, making a living online and doing what I do is that you really have more control over what you do. All right? And that is super